It is given by the following equation, whereby you have square root of x plus 5, and then you have x minus 1. X is an element. When we say x is an element, we mean these are the numbers that you can use for x. So you can use -6, you can use -2, you can use 1, and then you can also use 4. You can't use 7 because 7 is not here. It's not part of this. So this is the set of numbers that you are supposed to use for this particular question. They say choose from the given sets of numbers a value of x for which t will be number 1, rational. Now what we understand by rational? Rational is whereby you get a number which it's going to be a decimal which is terminating or a decimal which is recurring. For you to be talking about a rational, in other words, you need to have a square root. If you have a square root of something, like for example, square root of 3. If you say square root of 3 here, square root of 3 is, if you say SD here, it's a decimal which does not recur. The numbers are not repeating themselves. That's number 1. Number 2, it's not terminating. It doesn't have a start and an end. So your calculator can show up until 8 values after the comma or 9 values after the comma. But these values are going to continue forever. So for us to say something, it's rational. Number 1, it should be terminating. It means you are going to have 1,73. 1,73, there's a start and then there's an end somewhere. It's rational. Another thing for us to say if something is rational, we also going to see by the fact that it is recurring. Recurring means if you got something like this, 1,73, 73, 73. You see this one is recurring. So it can also be regarded as what? As rational. Why? It's because this value can be written in the form of a all over b. So all rational numbers can be written as a fraction of a all over b. So they want to know here. Looking at the numbers that you are given, you're given 6, you're given -2, you're given 1, you're given 4. They want to know a number that you're going to substitute for x. The one that is going to give you something which is rational. So you go to your calculator, and then you type this thing. If you type this thing, you tell them which you have a fraction. And then you have square root. And then you have x. So x number 1 can be -6. Let's check if we say -6. So if we say -6 plus 5 all over 6 -6 -6 -1. It's -1. Okay, sure. It says with math error. So it doesn't give us something which is rational. We try the other one. There are so many numbers right here. Let's try another one. If we try again, root, fraction, root, and then we try -2. Let's put -2 plus 5 equals to all over -2. -1. You do get an answer, but it's not rational. Because if you look at the numbers here, the numbers are decimals which are not recurring, and then they are also not terminating. This thing is going to go on forever, yeah, but it's not repeating itself. So it's not. -2 can't give us that. Let's try 1. So I'm going to say where we see x, we put 1. Delete this one. Put 1. And then we also come and put 1 here. 1 gives us math error. So why is 1 giving us math error? If you put 1 here, you have 1 minus 1. Right? It gives us something which is undefined. Because you can't have nothing and then you have something on top. It's impossible. Okay, let's try 4 then. And the 4 is the only one which is remaining. So we've tried the others, they're not giving us. So we hope which 4 can give us. If we say 4, we get an answer. The answer is what? It's what? It's rational. It's terminating. Can you see that? So we are going to tell them when x is 4. So I'm going to tell them when x is equal to 4, they will give us a mark. Non-real. We saw values that are giving us something which is non-real, things that do not exist. What is that one that gave us something which is non-real? When x is equal to -6. Now when x is equal to -6, and then we get another mark here.